Today, I'm adding a building I didn't design, I didn't choose, and technically, I didn't even ask for it. And somehow, it's exactly the building this city needed. Welcome back to Tiny Brick City. Last time, Tiny Brick City became a little safer when I added a fire station. This time, I'm adding something very special. Not because it's the biggest or the most complicated or even the most beautiful. And definitely not because I suddenly got the courage to design something myself. It's special because someone who watched my videos got inspired and decided to create something specifically for Tiny Brick City. A few months ago, Tiny Brick City was just a wild idea, an experiment. Now, other people are helping to build it too. That's a strange idea. When Thomas first contacted me, he didn't just share an idea. He sent me a studio file of a complete building. And shortly after that, another one. And then a block of 3 new buildings. He was kind enough to sponsor one of the buildings, so I had to pick a favorite. That was harder than I expected. All 3 options had something I really liked. Eventually, the whole family voted, and this building won. So, that's the one I'm going to add today. I'm pretty sure the other ones will eventually find their way into Tiny Brick City as well. They are great designs, unique and fit the city. Of course, before I could actually add it, I had to make it buildable. This time, the challenge was not getting the design, but ordering the parts. The first problem was the windows. Thomas used these beautiful Lego windows. They look fantastic. The only problem, Lego stopped making them somewhere in the 70s. That makes them rare. I first replaced them with transparent bricks, but that looked awful. It completely changed the character of the building. So after playing around for a while, I remembered this type of window. Suddenly I understood why almost every micro-scale builder uses this design instead. Really, it's everywhere. But they have the same vibe. So they had to be replaced. All 24 of them. Thomas also allowed me to share my studio recreation and the instructions. If you like to build this version yourself, you'll find them linked in the description. Another thing I changed wasn't really a choice. The original design used several printed tiles. Nothing impossible, but they were spread across different stores. Buying all of them would have doubled the shipping costs. So for now, I simply left them out. Ironically, after placing my order, I thought of looking for printed pieces the stores did have available I could have bought. But now it's too late. This was a problem I shouldn't have given to future me. So this design all started with this piece. Could this tiny corner panel look like a chair? Turns out it can. One idea led to the next, and apparently that's all it takes to design an entire building. The chairs became a restaurant. The restaurant needed awnings. And of course, people have to live somewhere. So apartments were added on the top. But a simple rectangle felt a bit boring. So the building became L-shaped, which accidentally created room for balconies. It was really nice talking to the designer and hearing how the whole idea evolved. I love stories like that, because that's exactly how building with Lego often works. You don't always start with a finished plan. Sometimes you just put a few bricks together and see where they take you. But I'm not a designer, I'm just a builder. That didn't stop me from creating a few problems of my own. For the first time, I actually remembered to remove the Technic pinholes on the side. Normally I leave them because I forget about them. This time I actually remembered. But this time the holes were not just there to connect the buildings. They were holding the door in place. So making it look better actually made it worse. So I redesigned the door a little, which makes this a functional sliding door. Not really realistic, but some things you just have to let go. I also accidentally deleted a brick from the model before ordering. I only noticed when I was building. Unfortunately, I don't own that or a similar piece in that color. So I shuffled a few bricks around. There's now a hole in the building, which I'm hoping nobody will notice. So maybe I shouldn't have told it in the video. The building is almost finished, and I really love how it's coming together. My favorite thing isn't the architecture, it's the life. Laundry hanging outside, flowers, a bench, someone standing on a balcony, white panels suggesting air conditioning. All these tiny details tell you something is happening there. In this scale, that's really impressive. It's almost finished. One thing I'm still not completely convinced about is the roof. It's accurate, lots of European apartment buildings really do have flat roofs. But compared to the rest of the city, it feels, well, a bit flat. Maybe one day I'll improve it, if I have a better idea. One detail I was not able to add for now are the gutters. I ordered these old clips. I don't know why, but they simply refuse to hold the bars. So I have to replace those in the future. So this is the finished building. It's almost the same height as my other buildings, but somehow it has 4 floors. The windows are smaller, everything feels more compressed. Let's see how it works in the city. I'll place it in the older district, between the bakery and the merchant house. And immediately it feels like it belongs there. Looking at it, you probably don't see anything extraordinary, just another small Lego building. But for me, this one feels different. A few months ago, I was just trying to build a tiny city for myself. Now, someone I never met designed something, spent hours working on it and helped expand this world. That's honestly a weird feeling, in the best possible way. This building isn't special because of the bricks. It's special because someone cared enough to design it. Tiny Brick City started as my idea, my city, but slowly it's becoming something bigger. A city we are all building together. And next time we'll do it again. Another building from a subscriber. This time I actually asked him first. If this project also inspired you to build something, please share it. I genuinely love to see what you create. Who knows, maybe one day it will find its way into Tiny Brick City as well. See you next time in Tiny Brick City.